We are live.
We are live.
We are live.
Did I say welcome to the main event?
Run that thing right now, are you mad?
Oh, man.
Behave before you talk about what I'm talking about, yeah?
Disclaimer.
Run that thing back. Nah, man, stay there in your corner, man. Run that thing back, fam. I don't want to hear nothing from you.
We are live, as I'm saying. Mr. Blitztech.
Revenue GS.
J1 further Southerners.
And welcome to the Miss Marvel Review, episode 3, where we tried, but they did not succeed. So if you guys, if you've gonna like this review or want to see more stuff like this, make sure you're liking the video, comment down below what you think of Miss Marvel, heading over to our Discord and our Patreon where you see the reaction of, I don't know what happened.
Just questions. Just bunch of questions doing the watch along. That's what happened, bro. It's so mad. Like, the only thing that had man, like, holding on to this thing by a thread. Just, like, wait. Who said, did we miss an episode or something? Yeah. Stop it. Stop it. Yeah. Definitely not the one. Where can I start? I don't know, man. Editing team, you, man. You're doing a lot for the grime, so you know them cuts. Yeah. Like, maybe even they didn't know, like, what was going on.
What?
Like, the editing team, like, yo, like, how do we put these pieces together? Like,
right.
Just Control X, and just make stuff happen. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Stuff that makes no sense, isn't it? But yeah, man, I'm gonna let you, man, jump on more, because this was not it, man. This was not it. Another watch along cancelled. This must be like, what, the second or third that's been cancelled?
Possibly. We're losing count at this point.
But yeah, it's mad. It's all mad.
I'm kind of glad that they tried to put all the, I don't know, encompassing creative direction in this episode, because the music was probably the best bit. The 5
at the beginning,
10 seconds a minute, whatever that was. I was like, oh, they
got
tried
me
it.
for a second with that.
I'm saying, they
because
tried
the music
it.
came in and then we were sent straight into like the whole temple, like
That's it.
wherever they were in the temple, like back in the day. But
from there, I was really confused. I was like, so the writing ain't it. They can't do action. The patience, or like everything's just been written off. So I was like, oh damn, man, no, stop, please. All right, cool, I'm out of here. Yeah. It's not even a shame really, because like I said, I was hoping that whether they were trying to hide in the first place was somewhat spicy, something I want to see in the MCU a bit more, whatever. But they were just saying these guys are jinns. Is that the 10 Rings? Oh crap, who knows? Who cares? But yeah, man, they're saying these guys were jinns. I was like, oh, they look a bit young. They're like from 100 years. These guys might be demons, or I think they usually are evil genies, aren't they? When they're called jinns, they're like evil genies, isn't it? So I was like, all right, maybe we'll see them do something.
Maybe we'll see.
Depends on jinns. Yeah, jinns usually are evil. I just did because of like the world we live in now.
Yeah. Oh, right.
I didn't want to say they confirmed they were evil genies.
Yeah.
But jinns are usually genies.
Yeah, okay,
that's
genies.
their.
I mean, even they said like, we're known as genies and stuff like that.
Depending on what kind of morphology they're coming from. Yeah. So I was like, all right, cool, but like when they came out, man, in 2 seconds they were like, yeah, we just need to go back home. Like, not for any reasons. They just turned evil, turn on their own son, turn on Kamala, the person that's trying to get you back, and then all of a sudden, like, I don't know what their powers are. Man's pulling a hammer out of his chest. But man's using the belt as a...
Everyone's energy was just so wrong here. Like
it's just mad.
Kamala's parents' energy.
Oh, no.
The evil genies or whatever they are, energy. Like, bruv, like, it's just like, was just all over the place.
Cookie,
like, and it's just like, what are we doing?
Everyone is one-dimensional. In fact, probably the only saving grace is probably Bruno. And this is written by, like, I guess, an Asian people. And this is what's mad. I hate to say it, but it's probably the only one I like. I'm not even gonna lie, like you're saying, like the parents were moving mad, but everyone's saying, oh, yeah, that's how people move, whatever. But then when she comes to discipline the child, they walk off.
Bro, they left the child at the reception.
Bro, that's mad. Like, in fact, sorry, and her best friend as well. Because I like that the best friend found out and still angry at the fact.
Yeah.
Because usually they'd be like, oh, this person did this and did that.
Yeah, but
they find out it's
even-
their friend,
yeah,
and
but-
then they'd be like, oh, it's you. And then they're like, oh, this, whatever. But I'm fact that the friend, she'll probably come around anyway. I don't really care because we're not going to find out.
Yeah,
But
I mean, even the friend was like, they do mad stuff with her.
Yeah.
Like, I think the only thing, like, I liked what they did with her was that split second when the agents came into the temple.
That scene was dead.
And then she just came with the information because, like, usually, like, most people now have, like, know stuff from the internet. And this is the only thing I thought, oh, this is where you can win your votes because you can show that you're up to date to people come and violate your space. You know, you see them coming in with shoes and stuff like that. That's the only thing. That's the only thing.
The reason I have to come in here is because the reason why I think that's dead, yeah, is because, bro, when they first come in, yeah, the man's there, whatever, the guy who runs the mosque, bro.
even I said it.
The first thing you say, bruv, everyone knows, and that's what I was saying, bruv. I weren't paying attention during the watch along.
Oh.
If you man are watching, you'll know. Like that's why when you're like, oh, they shouldn't be doing that. I was like, what? Because I weren't even paying attention. I was not paying attention, bruv.
Right.
So then I'm like, bruv, everyone knows, bruv, what religion you are. If you go into a mosque, you got to take off your shoes, bruv. But you know what concerns me is that my man, the guy who runs the mosque, that's not the first thing that he's saying to them, bruv. So then and this is why I think the scene's dead, because they had to make him not say that,
So
and that's
she
something
can
that
go
is,
with that.
bruv, that's something he would definitely say. Think
Absolutely.
about this, yeah. Previous episode, they're in the mosque, the girls are sitting behind the thing, they're whispering. He claps at them straight away. Now, the next episode, a white female officer walks in with shoes on. Now, I bring these things up because they're important, bruv. Because if he's going to clap at these girls here, do you know what I'm saying, who are being taught in the religion and the ways that they should act in this thing, he's definitely coming straight at this woman's neck for walking in with her shoes on, bruv. And then to have him not say that, so
She can come
said
in.
girl can come in and be like, oh, boo, 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 boo. For then him later to be like, and next time. What do you mean What do you mean next time? So what, God's on hold for 10 minutes? So these men can be disrespectful. Bruv, it's dead, bruv. Like, the whole thing's dead, bruv. Like, it's just, I've been out.
Yeah.
So I'm not even trying to get like, but that's, you're doing too much, bruv. Relax, bruv. You're not taking it way too far. This show's just not for me, and I don't want to get too deep. The show's not for me.
And that's what I hate the most here, because this show can actually be for everybody. But it's almost like, I understand there's like, okay, there's Teletubbies, and then there's like, I don't know.
I know, some weird space in between. But
The boys.
Yeah.
So like, this can be for people who are like teen to like 40s or something.
Right.
You can go down the middle of this, where you can make adults enjoy it and teens enjoy it at the same time. But they just straight going for teens, knowing most of your audience has to buy the Disney Plus is an adult.
Right.
Like, if you're tying in at most of the MCU, like,
And that's
your audience has been adults, so it's like, why are you just going, straight teens? This is my confusion as well.
I don't have an issue with them. If they want to attack that audience, that's cool. But can we just get some decent content for them, bro? Because this is mad. Like, this is...
That as
like, bro,
well.
like, do you know what I'm saying? Bro, if we're... Come on, man.
Like, I want to let my child watch. I'm like, no, you're wasting your time.
Bro, I just...
I'm like, they probably might enjoy it, because it's, like I said, it's so one-dimensional. They'd be like, there's this pretty stuff happening, there's a superhero here. And now this one's already read the comics and see how the toss-up between the two is.
Right.
Like, do they focus on Kamala a lot? Do they focus on her family and stuff a lot? Like, what do they do in the comics that they just thought, we'll just do this here because we're just, like,
right.
want to write about it?
Well, with the comics that when I gave it a shot, I just understood, like, look, this is just for the new, like, for the younger gen. Like, this
Right.
is not for me. Like, especially I'm more into, like, the darker stuff. So when I read it, I was like, this is cool. It's not for me. But
Okay.
I would have just thought, like, when it came to, like, the powers and what's going on just outside Kamala's little world, because, like, yeah, that's fine that you get to see her little issues, like that she goes through as a teenager.
Exactly, yeah.
We've seen that with Spider-Man. We've seen, like, that's fine, but there's just no balance to then when it comes to, like, the other side, when it comes to the powers and what's going on, like the history and stuff like that. And this is where, like, yo, you give us like 2 minutes of this, and then I don't know, like 10 minutes of just like Kamala running around and stuff like that. And this is where, like, it just took me out. And then I was really like holding on to like the whole thing with the aunt that came to save her last episode. That switch to me, wow.
Yes.
Like
from time they dropped the auntie in the backseat of the episode 2, bruv, you already knew what, bruv.
I tried to give it a chance, bro. I was just trying to give it a chance.
2 episodes, bruv.
I was just trying to give it a chance.
I think 2 episodes was giving it way more than a chance, bruv. Like, bruv, the first episode they did their little smoke and mirrors with the editing and the graphics and stuff, and you're trying to make people think of Spider-Verse somewhere in your mind and have some sort of, you know what I'm saying? Like, I see, but the second episode, bruv, there was no, do you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what gone, bruv. This, and I feel like the next episode is just going to be worse than this. Like, this show can only get worse. It cannot improve. I can say that definitively.
I agree with that.
It cannot get better.
That's exactly like what. Like, soon as the grandma called her, I was like, yeah, you ain't getting me again. You did that last episode with the woman in the back seat. You're doing the same thing again. It's like, oh, living a cliffhanger. What's gonna happen next?
And on
I saw the train. Did you see the train? I saw the train. No, sorry.
Episode 6 is going to be the cliffhanger for the, wait till she's in the MCU. Like, bruv, but you're not giving us substance. Like, why should man support Kamala? Like, just a simple... Why?
Yeah, because I was thinking, like...
For what?
What I've read of one issue, I think that's the issue I read where she's with Miles. She's always in a toss-up between, I want to be the superhero, or my life won't... It's almost like the whole Spider-Man thing.
Right.
Which I don't mind the retelling of that, but... If you're in like a different culture, I'd like to see that toss up. Why?
That's fine, but they're not showing that here.
Exactly.
They're not doing that
That's
here.
what they're not doing. Like, you are young. Like, if I had superpowers at that age, every day, bro, I'll be outside. What are you talking about? I'll do school, and then I'll be out. I'll try and, like you said, try and find
Who's doing school with superpowers? Bro, man, them ain't doing school when they ain't got no superpowers,
there you
bro.
go. That's what I'm trying to say. But here's is like, oh, this is happening here.
Superpower and see if I go to school ever again, bro.
They're trying to include the brother's wedding just so something can happen. They're trying to include this thing happening so something can happen. It's like, it's almost, the reason isn't Kamala. She just has to be there.
She just,
for there to be a reason.
Yeah.
And that's what's
it's just so
really
it's
mad.
jarring, isn't it? It's like...
Just convenience.
Even the stuff at the wedding that was happening, I was questioning, bruv. Like, your friend is touching your brother's wife's hands. Bruv, because that drew me back years back when my boy introduced me to his wife. And the man, like, naive thing, like, man went and he was like, yo, brother, nah, like, I don't know, maybe in the US, I don't know, bro. I don't know. But yeah, like, I'm out, try to give it a chance. It's not for me. Maybe for the younger kids, maybe they understand something we don't. I don't know.
It's just, for me, it's just the writing. We've seen East meets West. We've seen Benila Beck. We've seen these kind of stories before where, you know, another culture is trying to be or blend in with something that the family's not usually used to. They've been alright, but this one, nah.
There's nothing that we even got from that wedding or nothing. Yeah. Like
the orchestrated Bollywood dancing, that don't know what ever happened.
Like,
everyone goes up and dance, yes, but they seem like they practiced that beforehand. Come on, no way.
Electric slide.
Out here watching Congo and that. No, man, that's dead. But guys, what do you think about Miss Marvel? Are you going to continue watching it? Because we're not. And yeah, comments down below on them things there. We'll see you on another review, because not this one. I'm sorry, Mr. Blitztech.
Revenue GS.
Share you want further the side notes.
Peace.